help save Berks. And, I want to do some speaking. And this was like 3 weeks ago. So I was just like trying to throw this thing together. And I was like, well, you know what? There is this thing that I've got. But she's full of life. I can already sense her energy. Let's hear it for Joelle and Woke. Woke, everybody. And Woke. You can say it the right way into the microphone.
Thank you. So a lesson on my last name. Okay. It's very easy. I tell people if you can say okay, you can say woke. It's real simple. Real simple. Okay. Just forget the N. Forget that it's even there. So again, my name is Joelle Woke, and I am the women's motivational speaker. And I have had the opportunity to travel the world. But first, I must say that my heart is full. The queens that preceded me today, the talent that you all have, my heart is full. My heart is full. I've had the opportunity to travel to New Zealand, Australia, Dubai, 2 countries in Africa, Senegal and Gambia, and also in Brussels to speak. But there's nothing more pleasurable to me than to speak right here in Berks County. And I'll tell you why. A little less than 2 years ago, I found myself standing at the then Berks Woman in Crisis holding my baby. And there was a room waiting for me. And as I stand there feeling afraid, feeling ashamed, the staff rushed to my aid. And as they rally around me in my time of need, my mind went back. My mind went back to a time when I was in Africa that I'd love to share with you all. Okay, can I just let my hair down? Can I just be myself with y'all? I gotta tell you what happened when I was in Africa. So when I was in Africa, and let me tell you, I don't even know how I ended up in Africa. That was not part of the plan. I know I'm black, but I did not want to go to Africa. I was not trying to go to Africa. But I ended up there, and I learned the most amazing lesson. So check this out, y'all. There's a place in Africa that when a woman is expecting, she says nothing to no one. She only tells her spouse. And as women, we're expecting. We usually tell our mom and our friend and baby showers and all of that. But in Africa, they're very, very quiet. They're very, very quiet. And I often wonder why. I don't talk about it. But you see, the women in the village were very observant of each other. They're very observant, but they don't gossip. So as women, we can tell when another woman is starting to expect. So I need y'all to really picture what happens. As the woman is progressing in her pregnancy, and it's obvious that she's close to time to deliver, y'all, the most amazing thing happens. The entire community, and let me just make sure I clarify, we're not talking like in the jungle type Africa. These are like developed communities, like where we live. So the woman now is ready to deliver. The entire community. So I want you to think of your community. The entire community of women came together and they posted in her front yard. They just sat there quietly. Sometimes they would break out in songs, sometimes they would cook, laugh, whatever. And then when it came time for her to deliver, 2 or 3 women would go inside and assist her. And this was the thing that really shook me, y'all. For 3 months, they took care of that woman. They cooked for her. They fed her. When I say fed, y'all, they spoon-fed her. Can you imagine somebody spoon-feeding you? They bathed her. They bathed the baby. They took care of her spouse. They took care of the other children. They cleaned the house. Her only job was to sit, look pretty, and nurse for 3 months. So I asked them, I'm like, do you all have postpartum? And they're like, what is postpartum? And so I explained that, and they said, oh my God, this is the best time of a woman's life. Why would she ever be depressed? You see, the reason that my mind went back to that time when I was standing in that shelter was because I remembered how much as women we need each other. We need each other as much as we need air to breathe, and sometimes we can't even look each other in the eye. You see, the women there were very observant of each other to know when another woman needed her help, and they did not wait for her to ask for it. You see, in Africa, their most precious commodity is not time, and it's not money, but it's each other. And I often used to think, here in America, we don't have culture. People don't do that. It just doesn't happen. And after I passed through my ordeal and I was feeling bad and I was feeling ashamed and I was feeling humiliated, a beautiful queen, a new friend of mine, handed me something, and I'd like to read it to you. She saw the bigness in me, and she wanted to awaken my spirit. And I swear to you all, this writing changed my life, and it made me aware of the woman that you now see in front of you today. The name of this is The Too Much Woman. There she is, the too much woman, the one who loves too hard, feels too deeply, asks too often, desires too much. There she is, taking up too much space with her laughter, her curves, her honesty, her sexuality. Her presence is as tall as a tree, as wide as a mountain. Her energy occupies every crevice of the room. Too much space she takes. There she is, causing a ruckus with her persistent wanting, too much wanting. She desires a lot, wants everything. Too much happiness, too much alone time, too much pleasure. She'll go through brimstone, murky river, and hellfire to get it. She'll risk all to quell the longings of her heart and her body. This makes her dangerous. She is dangerous. And there she goes, that too much woman, making people think too much, feel too much, swoon too much. She with her authentic prose and self-assuredness in the way she carries herself. She with her belly laughs and her insatiable appetite and her proneness to fiery passion. All eyes on her, thinking she's hot stuff. Oh, that too much woman, too loud, too vibrant, too honest, too emotional, too smart, too intense, too pretty, too difficult, too sensitive, too wild, too intimidating, too successful, too fat, too strong, too political, too joyous, too needy, too much. She should simmer down a bit, be taken down a couple notches. Someone should put her back in a more respectable place. Someone should tell her, here I am, the too much woman, with my too tender heart and my too much emotions, a hedonist, feminist, pleasure seeker, empath. I want a lot. Justice, sincerity, spaciousness, ease, intimacy, actualization, respect, to be seen, to be understood, your undivided attention, and all your promises to be kept. I've been called high maintenance because I want what I want, and intimidating because of the space I occupied. I have been called selfish because I'm self-loving. I have been called a witch because I know how to heal myself. And still, I rise. Still, I want and feel and ask and risk and take up space. I must. Us too much women have been facing extermination for centuries. We are so afraid of her, terrified of her big presence, of the way she commands respect and wields the truth of her feelings. We have been trying to stifle the too much woman for eons in our sisters, our wives, and our daughters. And even now today, we shame the too much woman for her bigness, for her wanting, for her passionate nature. And still, she thrives. In my own world and before my eyes, I'm witnessing the reclamation and rising up of the too much woman. That too much woman is also known to some as wild woman or the divine feminine. In any case, she is me. She is you. And she is loving, and she is finally getting some airtime. If you've ever been called too much or overly emotional or stuck up, you're likely a too much woman. And if you are, I implore you to embrace all that you are, all of your depth, all of your vastness, to not hold yourself in and never abandon yourself, your bigness, your radiance. Forget everything you've heard. Your too muchness is a gift. Oh yes, one that can heal, incite, liberate, and cut straight to the heart of things. Do not be afraid of this gift, and let no one shy you away from it. Your too muchness is medicine. It can change the world. Don't believe me? Check this. All of your favorite women, the ones who've made history, the ones who have lent their voice for change, have courageously given themselves permission to be exactly who they are. Some examples: Oprah, Beyonce, Callie, Misty Copeland, Janet Mock, Mary Magdalene. They are all too much women. So please, too much woman, ask, seek, desire, expand, move, feel, be. Make your waves, fan your flames, give us chills, please rise. We need you. Thank you very much.